game-changing conviction that could shake up a controversial industry. A guilty verdict for a man who operated what's known as a revenge porn website, where people could post naked pictures of their ex-lovers. ABC's Neil Karlinski is on the story.
After years of ugly headlines and nude pictures splashed across websites, women humiliated for the sheer sport of it, today in California, a new kind of revenge.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of the crime of identity theft.
28-year-old Kevin Bollard, guilty in a San Diego courtroom of 6 counts of extortion and 21 counts of identity theft. Tonight from jail, he says he's sorry.
Yeah, here I am in the holding cell now for 24 hours, sleeping on the ground. It's pretty miserable. So I mean, hope everybody realizes like I'm paying the price.
The state's top prosecutor went before the news media to announce that so-called revenge porn operators are going down.
I would suggest for anybody who's committing a crime with a computer, you better be clear that if you end up in a courtroom, you better bring your toothbrush because you might end up in jail.
Prosecutors say Bollard posted thousands of nude and sexually explicit photos of women on his website, YouGotPosted.com, without their permission. But that was only half of it. They say he set up a second website, ChangeMyReputation.com, where they had to pay up to $350 to get the humiliating photos taken down. Bollard called in one report a digital sleaze maestro was immediately taken back into custody following his landmark conviction.
The whole idea was to make money, but I mean, it obviously can make very good money, you know. I could have had a regular job and made more money off of that.
Bollard faces over 20 years behind bars. The conviction is a huge victory for a growing list of victims and law enforcement who had been stuck, effectively unable to do anything about the now hundreds of sites which operate in murky legal territory. When this Danish woman found herself victimized, she too was horrified, posting this video about her experience on The Guardian.
Most of those men knew those pictures were posted against my will, and my humiliation was part of their thrill. I wish that I could say that the abuse ended that day or that week or that month, but years later I'm still being harassed.
So she took the highly unusual step of posting her own nude photographs, photos she staged as a way, she says, for her to become comfortable with her own body again and take back control of her own identity.
I get why people think that this is counterintuitive, but I disagree. Consent is key. I did this.
Other victims felt trapped, like Holly Toops.
Knowing that someone could, with a click of a button, take whatever information they wanted from you and share it is really troubling. It almost makes me want to shower with my clothes on.
And Kayla Laws.
It's embarrassing to know that they've seen that photo of me and they know what I look like now topless because of that site.
These revenge porn sites are a bit like a hydra of evil abuse, because anytime one specific site gets taken down, then another one pops up in its place.
California, along with other states, have now passed legislation making revenge porn sites illegal. But in most of the country, the laws are inconsistent.
In general, the government's been historically terrible about keeping pace with technological innovation. In other words, the technology is evolving much faster than the legislation we need to regulate it.
In a rare move, the FTC has now gotten into the fight. Just last week, banning another revenge porn website, isanybodydown.com, and ordering its operator to remove an estimated 1,000 nude photos, once again allegedly posted without the victim's consent. The world of revenge porn, something also known as involuntary porn, is a strange one, as we found out when we met the man many consider the godfather of revenge porn.
Got my alcoholism taken care of for the rest of the week.
He says he's never hacked anyone. His former website, isanyoneup.com, was designed for humiliation on a scale only the internet can offer.
It's public humiliation.
Yeah, it is.
And you are fine with blasting it out and basically ruining, in some cases, other people.
I mean, to me, I don't know these people, and it's kind of anonymous to me. I think the people submitting it are the ones who should be, feeling bad when they do click that submit button.
But so you have no empathy?
No, they're just people, they're characters, and avatars and icons on a screen.
Hunter actually boasted about the woman who came to his door looking for her own brand of revenge.
I was walking out of my house one day, and out of nowhere, the girl we had posted, or I had posted, she stuck me in the shoulder with a big pen. And this is the scar I have left. They had to surgically remove it.
Hunter Moore is no longer in the revenge porn business. He was arrested last year on hacking and identity theft charges and has pleaded not guilty. But his site, like the others, have had one more unintended shockwave. They've mobilized a small army of angry women into action. Remember Kayla Laws? Her mother Charlotte has been called the Erin Brockovich of revenge porn.
There are so many pictures on the internet. There's so much information out there. I don't think there's really a way to curb that.
She tracked down victims like her daughter and helped spearhead California's new law.
Anybody who distributes a nude or topless picture without the victim's consent, that would be illegal.
Moore is now out on bond, awaiting trial later this year. If convicted, he faces up to 45 years in prison. When we last caught up with him, he still seemed to think using humiliation as a business model was a good idea.
You think at some point when you get older, you might look back at the person you are now?
Of course.
And have some regret?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to grow and change as a person, but right now, and this time, I'm going to take full advantage of people's mistakes and what I've created.
His critics might call revenge a dish best served with a side of irony. Tonight, as a condition of his release, he's not even allowed to use the internet. I'm Neil Karlinski for Nightline in Seattle.